Yes,
Step 1 is to identify the contract. The contract only exists if the following reasons apply: if it has a commercial substance, if it has been approved by the seller and customer, if it specifies the right of the seller and customer, if it specifies payment terms, if it is probable that the seller will collect the amount it is entitled to receive under the contract. The contract doesn't exist if the following reasons apply: that if neither the seller nor the customer has performed any obligations under the contract, and if both the seller and the customer can terminate the contract without penalty. Step 2 is to identify the performance obligation. The goal is to separate the contract into parts that can be viewed on a standalone basis. Customers must benefit from the performance obligation on its own. Performance obligation must be separately identifiable from other promises in the contract. Step 3 is to determine the transaction price. It is the amount that the company considers receiving from the customers. It is easy to determine if a customer agrees to pay a fixed price. There are some companies that will use variable consideration that was part of the transaction price depends on the outcome of some future events. Such as service companies, the company will pay the performance bonus, and the healthcare industry, that will be the Medicare reimbursements, discounts, refund, incentive payments, and rebates. Step 4 is the allocating transaction price to separate. It is a single performance obligation. There is no allocation requirement. If multiple performance obligations, the company needs to allocate a portion to each performance obligation. Step 5 is recognize revenue when each performance obligation is satisfied. It is either at a point in time or over a period of time, or at whatever time is appropriate for each performance obligation. The company satisfies its performance obligation when the customer obtains control of the good or service. There are also special issues for Step 5. For example, gift cards. The sales of gift cards are recognized as deferred revenue, and then revenue is recognized when a gift card is redeemed or the likelihood of redemption is viewed as remote.